Hello and welcome to our AFT Impulse 9 Quick Start video tutorial series, Video 3. In this video, we are going to discuss unit system preferences, the workspace, placing pipes and junctions, defining pipes and junctions, and the model data window. AFT Impulse has the capability to use both English and metric units, with English units selected as the preferred units by default. You can easily change the preferred units from the user options in the Tools menu. The Preferred Units section is where you can change your unit system. There are multiple options that allow you flexibility to work with a unit system with which you are most comfortable. Clicking any of the units in the Preferred Units section displays a drop-down menu where you can change the preferred unit for that parameter. To save your new desired unit system and preferred units to use with other model files, click Save Page as New User Defaults before clicking Save and Close. Now we are back on the workspace. The workspace window is the primary area for building your model. This is a drag and drop canvas interface that you will build the model of your piping system on. By default, this is just a blank canvas. To help you organize your pipes and junctions in a neat manner, you can turn on the grid from the Arrange menu. In addition to enabling the grid, you can also choose either 2D or isometric pipe drawing modes. To build the model, you use a combination of the icons in the toolbox on the left. If you are not sure what an icon is, you can hover your cursor over it and a tooltip appears to identify the name of the object. Also, pay attention to the useful tips that appear lower in the toolbox while hovering over an icon. A junction is a general term we use for any toolbox component that is not an annotation or pipe. This model will use 2 reservoir junctions and 1 valve junction. Simply click and drag a junction from the toolbox onto the workspace. Connecting junctions with pipes influences flow and pressure distribution through the pipe network. You can double-click the pipe drawing tool to draw multiple pipes. Hit the Escape button to turn off the pipe drawing tool. A junction may have 1 or multiple pipes connected depending on the junction and its use. However, all pipes require a junction connected on both ends. Once the pipes and junctions are drawn on the workspace, it's time to define them. Note, a fluid has already been defined for this model. As a reminder, follow the blue highlighting to define the minimum required input. I will define the pipes and junctions now. For reservoir J1, I'm entering a liquid surface elevation of 50 feet. For valve J2, I'm entering an inlet elevation of 0 feet. Then I'm selecting CV as the loss model and entering a CV value of 1000. Valve J2 will be the transient junction for this model. To specify a transient, go to the Transient tab. The valve will go from fully open to fully closed in 1 second. I'm entering a simple closure profile in the transient data table. Click the Show Graph button to see the closure profile. Next, for reservoir J3, I'm entering a liquid surface elevation of 5 feet. Then I'm entering a pipe depth of 5 feet. Now that all the junctions are defined, I will now define the pipes. For pipe P1, I'm using steel ANSI as the pipe material. For the size, I'm selecting 12 inches. And for the length, I'm entering 240 feet. Note that because the fluid, pipe material, and size have been specified, AFT Impulse automatically calculates the wave speed. For pipe P2, by default, AFT Impulse will remember the most recently used pipe material, nominal size, and type, saving you clicks. All I will do is enter a length of 40 feet. Back on the workspace, hold right-click on a pipe or junction to display its input information. Another way to easily view input information is in the Model Data window, which displays input data in a tabular format. The Model Data window has 3 sections: the General section at the top, the Pipe section in the middle, and the Junction section at the bottom. Each section can be resized, collapsed, or expanded. The General section displays basic information like the number of pipes and junctions in the model, solution control tolerances, and fluid properties. The pipe section and junction section display input information about the pipes and junctions on the workspace. Not all pipe and junction input parameters appear by default. You may have noticed, when navigating to the Model Data window, the toolbar changed. The first button in the Model Data toolbar opens the Model Data Control window, which allows further customization of the displayed pipe and junction input parameters. There are a variety of customizable options in the Model Data Control window, and changing the displayed pipe and junction parameters is just one of the things you can modify. If we open Analysis Setup, we can see that all pipe and junctions are now defined. The final two groups to pay attention to are the pipe sectioning and output group and the transient control group. Video 4 will discuss how to define these two groups for a transient simulation. For now, go to the Simulation Mode/Duration panel and change the time simulation to steady only. With this selection, AFT Impulse will run the model to get steady-state results without applying any transient behavior. It is always a good idea to run a model in steady only first to make sure the steady-state results are acceptable before running a transient simulation. Click OK to save and close Analysis Setup. Since all the groups necessary to run a steady-only simulation have been defined, the status light is green and you are now ready to run the steady-state model. In summary, AFT Impulse allows you to use your preferred unit system to define the model. The workspace is the canvas to place your pipes and junctions, then define them. Finally, you can check your inputs in the Model Data window. Thank you for watching, and feel free to refer to the other topics in our AFT Impulse 9 Quick Start video tutorial series.